Hi Pisces, welcome to your general reading for the 13th to the 19th of April. Hope you guys are doing well. I'm going to be linking the astrology below in the description box, so definitely check that out if you want to know about some of the pretty big transits that are happening this week. But we're going to start off with the Celtic cross spread for career only, sweep that, and then go into relationship read. Let's see what your crowning energy is. Effervescence, cultivate love. Beautiful. Okay. So we have that as far as, this is for career first. Okay, so cultivating love, cultivating what it is that you really want to do, what it is that you see for your life, what really speaks to that heart space, right? Because when we do what we love, we end up not only making money, but feeling really good about ourselves. Very much that Venus energy, being able to make money doing what we love. But there's this idea of cultivating it. So maybe some of you are rethinking what it is that you're doing for work. All right, so let's just pull the cards and then we'll talk about it. Pisces friends for career. Okay. Okay, coming into this energy, we have the Queen of Coins reverse. Yeah, so some sort of financial situation is impacting you. It could be impacting your home life and the way you run your everyday, right? Because it's that Queen energy. This could be many of you feeling very unsupported right now as far as your money goes. Sagittarius and Capricorn. Capricorn is quite literally, is the work, it's the sign of work, right? Capricorn. And Sagittarius is being ruled by Jupiter. It's about moving forward with integrity and being able to move forward inside of something that you really feel comfortable in and that you feel speaks to your integrity. So I like this cultivating love idea because, again, it's about you tapping into making sure that you really love what you do, right, in your career right now. But this is the past. This is you realizing that maybe something wasn't all that it was cracked up to be, or the way it was initially presented is different than how it actually ended up rolling out. Let me just move these over here a little bit. But yeah, definitely a realization there. So let's talk about the situation currently right now. We have the Three of Swords, which is the card of pain, and that's being crossed by the Ace of Wands. So the Three of Swords really is about recognizing, first of all, something is really difficult, and it's a Saturn and Libra energy. So whenever we have Saturn, we have restriction. So, a lot of you may be feeling very, very restricted right now. And remember, Libra is ruled by Venus, and Venus is one of the money planets. It's also self-esteem and love, but it's a money planet. So you could be feeling a lot of restriction right now in having to do with money, feeling very held back. This is a very painful, I'm getting a painful situation for you right now. Something is coming to light that that's very hurtful to you. Some of you may even feel as even betrayed in some way, or excuse me, that something is really, really unfair, right? That is that Three of Swords energy. Okay, and then, but it's crossed by the Ace of Wands, and the Ace of Wands is the real intense will to want to move forward in a new space on a new cycle, right? Because wands are will, motivation, passion. You feeling a very deep passion in your belly to get going in some sort of new direction, new path. Again, going back to cultivate love, right? What is it that you want to do? What is it that you love that you could see yourself doing that's different than what you're doing right now? Crowning you right now is the Five of Wands energy. So this is a real battle of the wills. This is a Saturn and Leo energy. Again, more restriction. This being held back. Leo, the Leo space, there's a lot of fear here. So you're being held back. There is fear here. Whenever we have wands and whenever we have wands reverse, there's always this idea of delay. Five is always conflict. And we have that Leo energy there. And whenever we have Leo reverse, it does indicate like a lot of fear, ego, some egotism, fighting against the full change of something, knowing that something needs to change, recognizing it, you're intelligent, you see it, but fighting against it, right? So because I'm getting this, definitely watch the astrology, guys, because it's all about how we're going to be feeling this bubbling up this week, particularly on Tuesday, Wednesday, of we really need to embrace the change, really lean into it, and allow change to happen. Now, the foundation, what you're feeling in your gut, this is like seriously what you very much want from the situation, is a strong foundation. The Four of Wands is, it's that engagement card, right? I mean, metaphorically, it is that engagement card, but it's that level of security, right? Because you really want that strong foundation. This is Venus in Aries. Aries is the baby of the zodiac. It's all about a fresh perspective, right? Aries is ruled by Mars, so it's about going in and shaking things up and having things, feeling a very strong initiative to move something forward in a different way, right? On this new path with a fresh set of eyes. So you have all this fire in your belly to do something different, to get on this path, to do this thing, but you're dealing with a lot of restriction right now and feeling held back, right? We have some Saturn energy here. Then we have the wheel. Okay, so the wheel energy, this is very interesting to get in your position, right? Because the wheel energy is typically, it's ruled by Jupiter. So this indicates something coming in, which is really good. So some sort of epiphany is going to be coming in. You're going to be realizing something. Now, for many of you, what you're realizing here for yourself, having to do with your career, is something that you either did once upon a time or something that you wanted to do, where there's this sense of like revisiting the past in a way. So maybe it was something that you wanted to do at one point and you cut yourself off from continuing it for whatever reason, and you're thinking about doing that. Some of you may be returning to another job. You may be getting a job offer from somebody who you used to work with or you used to know through work, something like that. But I like it because this is a very benefic energy when it comes to career. When it comes to relationships, this indicates that you're getting back with somebody. There's a reconnection here. But this is the career section, right? So with career, there is this, I like it because it's, again, Jupiter. Jupiter is a very benefic energy. It's about moving forward with integrity, and a lot of times this has a strong connection to something that you wanted to do in the past or somebody that you worked with at one point. So we have the external energy to you is the Two of Swords in reverse. So the Two of Swords in reverse is a moon in Libra in reverse. So the moon is about, I feel, Libra, again, being ruled by Venus, has to do with money. It's a sword energy. It has to do with communication. So I'm getting that some of you may be waiting for some sort of news to come in, right? Because swords is an air energy. It's communication. And in reverse, it can indicate communication being held back, not coming in, quite literally. And because it's a Libra energy ruled by Venus, it could have to do with some sort of information not coming in that that has to do with your work, right? You feeling like you don't know everything, right? Because it's a moon in Libra. Whenever we have a moon energy, it's that rules that which is below. It's what we do in private. It's what, people feel and do in private. So you may feel, if you are in communication with, say, your employer, or even if you're an employer, you're not able to maybe fully disclose something that's going on. But there's this idea of there's a lack of full disclosure if you are in contact with somebody having to do with career. So some of you may be waiting for some information to come in. Others of you may be in communication, but you feel like something's being held back. Not everything is being revealed. Whenever we have the Two of Swords, is always about being at cross purposes. So it's not your fault. This is external to you. So the situation that's happening external to you, you're dealing with an energy or a situation that's at cross purposes with itself. So a really basic example of this is if you work at a place and your employer really wants to bring you back right now, but they can't because of everything. And, maybe they're trying to get a loan and it's not coming through. Whatever the case is, it's going to be different for everyone. But could certainly be that, where whatever place of employment you were working at, if you're not back yet, or even if you're working differently, the person that you're working for with, not all the information's being given. And you guys are so intuitive, you could smell it, but you can't really do anything about it. Now, in your fear position, we have the Knight of Swords. So again, swords being truth, right? Taurus is a Taurus and Gemini energy. This is really communication. You're afraid to communicate about this job. This is what I'm getting about your career. Now, I'm getting that this fear is sort of multifaceted. on a couple of different levels, because it's a Taurus and Gemini energy. Taurus is ruled by Venus as well. So again, Venus being connected to money, Gemini is about communication. So this could be you're almost afraid of the communication with the person that you're working with or for. This could even, the Gemini kind of energy here with the sword, the air energy, could be conversations that you're having about yourself. So you could be in this space of having this weird sense of almost being afraid to admit to yourself that you know you need to change, right? Having that self-talk, that self-conversation about your career, about how you feel about being in your career. That's also Venus, right? Self-esteem. But it's this conversation. It could be internal, external, or both, but it's in your fear sector, so it's not actually real. I mean, it could be real to you, but it's a fear, right? It's a fear. And now the outcome energy, we have the King of Coins right now, as of like just this week, we have the King of Coins energy in reverse. Yeah. So, I mean, right now, there's not going to be this new beginning straight away. This is an Aries and Taurus energy. Again, Aries being ruled by Mars is about shaking it up. Let's have a fresh perspective. Let's throw caution to the wind. Let's go, let's go. Taurus being ruled by Venus, being connected to work. It's, let's just go and start this new cycle. We won't be able to start it right now. We won't be able to start it this week. But guys, look what you have in your near future. You have the sun, which is awesome. The sun is a great, it's the sun. It's about being on the right path. And the thing is, what's so beautiful about this energy is there's going to be a healing element to it. So if you've been involved in something for a while, or even not, whatever it is, you're going to end up in something, Pisces. There's no question. With the sun energy, you're going to end up in something that's going to help heal you. So if you've been going through a lot of incredible turmoil right now, because of everything going on, the restlessness of not being able to go out and see people you care about, the restlessness of not being able to work or not work the same way, whatever it is. Or even for those of you maybe where this situation that we're in right now didn't impact you at all. Let's say you work at home already, but you're engaging with the world in a different way because everything is changing. And this could have been creating a lot of stress and anxiety for you. Whatever it is, this new path, this new job, this new situation, because it's new, it's beautiful, is going to help heal you. It's really going to help heal you, which is great. And you're going to be doing something that you love, and that speaks to you in a more authentic way. It's what you really want. It might be what you've been talking about and thinking about doing for a while, that for whatever reason you never actually pulled the trigger. And now you're pushed into this situation where you can. But maybe it wasn't the smooth transition that you would have liked it to be. So that is what I have for you guys just for that week. So it looks like ultimately you guys are going to be getting offered something, which is really great. But it doesn't look like it's going to be happening this week. It looks like this week you're going to be in a little bit of a holding pattern, okay? So it's just for the week. Just hang in there. All right, so let's pull some love energies for those of you interested in love. Let's pull a crowning. Now, these I'm only going to be reading in the upright, guys, because I'm going to work in the oracles. The oracles I only read in the upright. Let's get a crowning here. Virgo. Whatever you choose will be correct. Okay, that's good. I like that. All right, let's get a couple of oracles going here. These usually start off more general, and then we get more specific as we go down. We have friendship, balance, and reflection. Nurture the bonds of friendship within your relationship, and your love life will dramatically improve. Okay, these are crowning. Balance. Love is not only always about agreeing for the sake of it. A great relationship is one that both supports and challenges. Reflection. Give each other some space at the moment. Trust and have faith that all will work out for the best. Okay. So friendship, balance. So there might be some disagreeing going on. Give each other some space. Well, I mean, isn't that the truth? So many people I've been dealing with. This is tough on relationships, right? The whole quarantine thing. Either there's too much of each other or not enough, right? Depending on what your living situation is, right? We have the runner, seduction, and the chaser. We have the runner and the chaser. Oh my gosh, what's going on? Okay, you know what? Let me just pull all the cards, and then we'll talk. Okay. Alrighty. Well, they all came out upright anyway. Oh, look, you got the sun here again. You're going to be okay, Pisces. You got the sun in your career reading. You got the sun in your relationship reading. Okay, let's talk about this. So, okay. We have the runner in a codependent relationship, fear of intimacy, listening to ego. Now, under that, we have the tower. So, you know what, let's just talk about this for a minute. Okay, the tower is about illumination, something coming to light, something that you didn't realize, that there's some sort of realization that really becomes the stalking reality in the relationship. Now, this is a Mars energy, which is linked to the Chariot. So you want to understand that whatever, something needs to end here. Whatever's come to light, there's going to be definitely an ending, at the very least, a restructuring in a huge way. You understand? Because there's a structure that's being taken down. If the relationship isn't ending, Pisces, this could be you needing to completely update and change the way you see relationship, the way you are handling yourself in relationship, or the person that you're dealing with, how they think. So if the relationship is not ending, because it's not going to end for every Pisces, that's ridiculous, but there's definitely this need to update, to rip down and update a way of thinking and a way of processing and a way of handling oneself in relationship. That is the tower energy, because something is being brought to light, like, okay, we cannot continue on this path anymore, kind of thing. You know, it's got to be done. Now, I do have to say, as we do have the runner in a fear of intimacy, listening to ego, I do get the feeling like there's some sort of, somebody's trying to run away from something here. Absolutely. And then we have the magician energy, though. So the magician energy is an alchemy card, really. It's about, trying to create a different reality, right? I mean, it's magic. It's the magician. It's taking the reality of the situation and trying to change it into something else. Okay, so you want to be careful with the magician energy, though, because you want to make sure that the person that you or the person you're dealing with, and you're going to know who it is, that they're being completely honest and completely forthcoming. Right? You really just want to make sure of that, because, the magician is a Mercury energy, and Mercury is about communication. It's about moving forward. It's about being able to transition and transform something. But it is also about the mixing of properties. And it's, when we're talking about communication, you want to make sure that somebody's not speaking out of both sides of their mouth or just giving you lip service, right? Just a little heads up there. But as you feel like this, there is this fear of intimacy situation that's going to incite some sort of ending. But then we have this making something new here. And we have seduction, attraction, flirting, dating, hooking up, temptation, third-party interference. And we have the Seven of Coins. So the Seven of Coins is a Saturn and Taurus energy. So Saturn is about restriction, right? And Taurus being ruled by Venus. This can indicate there being feeling a lot of restriction and holding back, some sort of karmic retribution here, right? Having to do with the ability to be in this relationship in a way that feels good. And we have the Hangwoman, which is Neptune, right? This is ruled by this is your ruler, right? This is you guys. The Hangman is about pressing the pause button and feeling very confused about something. Really being very unclear on the full reality. There's a lot of confusion here. I feel like whatever came to light in the Tower moment, it was like rocked your world, shook it up. at least internally, right? This doesn't have to be a big dramatic thing on the outside, but for you personally, for this situation, for this relationship, it was a pretty big deal. We have the runner then, and we have the chaser. So we have chaser in codependent relationship, fear of abandonment issues. So we have fear of intimacy and then fear of abandonment. It's like, ooh, I mean, guys, this doesn't sound like, I just have to tell you what I'm getting. Like, that's not a healthy energy there. And we have the Seven of Cups, a little bit of confusion here, Venus and Scorpio, knowing that there's change. You're feeling the change in the relationship. You absolutely know it. You do. You just don't know what's on the other side. You have no clue. Scorpio's ruled by Pluto. So it's about something ending. There definitely being an ending because it's Pluto. Something ends and then something's, born. It's like a death and life energy, right? But you don't know what the other side of that seems, that the other side of that feels like. I have to tell you what I'm getting, Pisces, for those of you who are going to be connecting with this. I feel like you were dealing with an unhealthy energy, for sure. Now, I think that the two of you together were probably not very good together, runner and chaser, in one way or another. Right, we have this runner and a codependent, chaser and a codependent. I mean, it's kind of unusual that I get those two cards together, right? So we do have the Tower. So I have to tell you, I am feeling like something ended. You're feeling very confused about it, absolutely. Between the Hanged Woman not being clear, because Neptune is like trying to look at reality through a dirty window, and then the Seven of Cups, knowing that something ended, but you can't see the new beginning on the other side. But then we have the Sun. And the Sun is a really positive movement forward towards healing. So I am feeling like something that ended is going to be bringing you onto a path. Okay? That's going to be much better for you. And we have the Magician energy. You're going to be making something happen. Absolutely. Now, for some of you, you might be meeting either a Gemini, dealing with a Gemini, or a Virgo, because those are ruled by Mercury. But we have here, let's go back to these crowning here. Friendship, nurture the bonds of the friendship within your relationship, and your love life will dramatically improve. Balance, right? Finding balance, friendship, and this idea of reflection, which is about having trust and faith that everything is going to work out for you for the best. So whether you're the runner in the relationship or the chaser, it doesn't really matter. No matter what, you really need to hone in on the idea of balance within relationship and be able to, in a healthy way, reflect and have faith that not everything has to go a specific way. Not everything has to go a specific way, and friendship is really so important in a relationship, probably more than anything, if you guys plan on going the full ride, right? All right. So I do feel like something is ending here between the Tower and all the confusion, because there's a lot of confusion and restriction here. So let's pull a few across and see what other information we can get. King of Cups, Knight of Cups, Nine of Cups, cups, guys. Emotion, and the Lovers. Pisces. All right. King of Cups. I mean, who doesn't like the King of Cups? Everybody likes the King of Cups. It's a Libra and Scorpio energy. So again, there's going to be changes here. Something's going to be changing. You're going to be changing. They're going to be changing. The relationship is going to change. Libra is ruled by Venus, so it has to do with relationship, because Libra rules the 7th house of relationship. So it's about being able to make very good decisions. Let's just say that. Very good decisions in relation to your love life right now. And I feel like you're dealing with somebody who sees something, who's having some sort of awareness that they didn't have before. But there's this change here again, right? Because of this Scorpio, it's a very transformative time for you guys. We have the Knight of Cups as an offering coming in. Somebody wants to really very much offer you in a different way, though. I like this. The different here, right? I like the different, because we have the Scorpio energy, which is about transformation, and the Knight of Cups is an Aquarius energy here. right? So it's Aquarius and Pisces. So Pisces, you guys, when it comes to the cup energy, whenever we get, you astrologically showing up with the cup energy, it's about our dreams and what we really want, right? And Aquarius is about doing something different, something out of the box. So this could be somebody offering you a new way of doing something different than they were. Others of you, I feel like, with the sun energy and all of that confusion, this could be you meeting somebody different, okay, who's actually going to be part of what you're transforming into right now. The person that you're meeting, for those of you who are resonating with it like that, this person's going to be different than the type that you've normally gone after, right? Because it's got this, it's Aquarius and Pisces. Aquarius, when it comes to relationship, like that's about out of the box. So it could be somebody who's maybe a different ethnicity, from a different culture, just physically could be very different type of personality, for sure. For those of you who are in relationship though, and you guys are figuring your stuff out, there is this offer of, okay, let's do things differently this time. Right? Let's try to sweep the decks clean and do things differently this time. But regardless, Pisces, it doesn't matter whether you're meeting somebody new, because I think that's going to resonate with many of you. Those of you who are going to work on really hard on fixing whatever it is that you're in, you're going to be working towards this balance, working towards this idea of really valuing the friendship, being able to be very reflective, self-reflective, and reflective of the relationship in an honest way. And then we have you brought to the Nine of Cups energy, which is all about wish fulfillment. It's Jupiter in you, it's Jupiter in Pisces. We have the Lover's energy. So I like this for you guys. It's a Gemini card. Some of you may be dealing with a Gemini, but it's about realizing that things are maybe not perfect in your relationship, but you guys want to commit to really trying to figure it out. And really, straight up, the Lovers is about making a decision. You need to make a decision to be with this person. It's a yes or no kind of thing. If you guys have been on this wishy-washy in between, I don't know what I want, I'm not sure how I feel, or even they have been, where you've been in this weird cycle, it's not, that can't happen anymore. This is about making the decision, and whatever you choose will be correct. Okay, so whether this is you choosing to get into a new relationship and really heal whatever it was that you were in, or working on the relationship that you're in now, but understanding that you guys really need to make that decision to commit, to work through the vulnerabilities and insecurities that are creating this runner and chaser situation. Because that could be healed, guys. That's just about admitting it and talking about, why do you feel so scared? Why do they feel so scared? What happened in your life? Giving it a name, talking about it, and then just giving each other what you each need to not keep that wound open, to make each other feel more supported in that way. So I feel, Pisces, like, we know you guys are a super sensitive energy. I think you're dealing with a very sensitive energy as well. I feel like somebody who at least has a lot of water in their chart, Scorpio or Cancer, or other Pisces elements too in their chart. But that's what I have for you guys right now for this week, and we'll see what we have coming up for the next week, right? So I will see you guys next time. Thank you so much for joining me, and you guys have a great week. Bye-bye.